Hi everyone. Today we are going to learn inheritance, various types of inheritances and their examples. Simply, what is an inheritance? An inheritance is a mechanism that is used to deriving data from the previous classes. Deriving a new class. Deriving a new class is deriving data from the base class. That is called inheritance. Then here, what are the advantages of inheritances? These are the advantages of inheritances. Already we discussed in the previous chapter, previous topic. Then these are the disadvantages of inheritance. Then these are the access specifiers of C++. So these are occurring. Majorly these three access specifiers occur in inheritance concept. Okay. The first one is public, second one is private and protected. These are the access specifiers. The public data members can be accessed directly outside of the class. Then the next one is the private members are accessed by the public member functions inside the class. The protected members are same as private, but only the difference is protected members are inherited while private members are not inherited. That's why the protected keyword is introduced in C++. Remember, the private members are not inherited, only protected members are inherited. That's why, so here protected is identified. Protected and private are same, but only the difference is while using protected visibility mode, so those protected variables are inherited in the derived class. That's enough. Next, this is the derived class, syntax of the derived class, how to define a derived class and how to access the properties of base class. This is the member function. Okay. Then this is an example. Your class A, your public B, your class A, private B, then class A, protected B. Okay, then these three public visibilities. This is the derived class. This is also derived class, and this is also derived class. Clear? Then the class A is inherited the properties of B with public visibility. Here class A is a derived class. This is derived the data from the base class in privately. Next, this is a derived class A. So this is also derived the data from the B class with the protected mode. Clear all of you? Then these three are the examples of inheritance with the public visibility modes. Clear all of you? Then this is the public derivation. In public derivation, all the public members of the base class become public members of the derived class, and protected members of the base class becomes protected members of the derived class in public visibility only. Clear? Then private members of the base class will not inherited in three ways: either public visibility, either private derivation, either public protected derivation. The private members are not visible or not inherited. Remember this point. Our next one is, this is the example of public visibility. Here public visibility and base class, it can derive the properties of this class. Next one is private derivation. In the private derivation, what are the public and protected members in the base class? Those are acting as private in derived class. That's enough. The base class private members will not derive in the derived class. Clear all of you? Then in the private derivation, all the public and protected members of the base class become private members of the derived class, and private members of the base class will not be inherited. That's enough. Next one is, this is an example of inheritance. Okay, in the private visibility. Next one is, this is the protected derivation. Protected derivation. What are the public and protected variables in the base class? Those are inherited in protectedly, either public or protected. Clear? So next one is, this is an example program for protected derivation or visibility mode. Clear, all of you? Then this is the protected base class. So next one is types of inheritances. This is the most important concept, all of you. Most important concept, types of inheritances. What are the types of inheritances? Simply, what is an inheritance? An inheritance is a mechanism of deriving data from the old classes. A new class is deriving the data from the old classes. That is called inheritance. There are 6 ways to deriving data from the base class or classes. First one is single inheritance. Second one is multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hybrid inheritance, and multipath inheritance. Single inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hybrid inheritance, and multipath inheritance. These are the various types of inheritances. What is an inheritance? Deriving a data, deriving a new class from an existing one is called derivation. Inheritance. Deriving data from the base class, a new class deriving the data from the base class is called inheritance. There are 6 types of inheritances. Here, single inheritance and multiple inheritance already discussed in the previous section. Now we want to learn about hierarchical, multi-level, hybrid, and multipath inheritances. This is the single inheritance, whereas in single inheritance, only one base class and only one derived class. And the single inheritance have only one base class and only one derived class. Clear? A is a base class and B is a derived class. A is deriving the data from the base class, but B is not deriving the data from the B class. Clear? Then there is no possibilities, then there is no permissions to access the data of B in class A, because your class A is a base class. This is not a derived class. The derived classes only deriving the data from the previous or base classes. Clear, all of you? So then here simply various types of inheritances. The first one is single inheritance. In this type of inheritance, one derived class inherits from only one base class. It is the simplest form of inheritance. The second one is multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance. In this type of inheritance, a class may derive from two or more base classes. When a class is derived from more than one base class is called a multiple inheritance. In the multiple inheritance, a derived class C is deriving the data from the A and B classes. Now A and B are the parents of C class. Clear? C is a child class, where C is deriving the data from the base class A and base class B. So that type of inheritance is called multiple inheritance. In the multiple inheritance, collection of more classes means here 2 or more classes and only one derived class. Clear? 2 or more classes with a single derived class. Clear, all of you? This type of declaration is called multiple inheritance. Clear? Where A and B are base classes and C is derived class, where A and B are the base classes. Now C is a derived classes. A derived class, that is new class C, is deriving the data from A and also data from B. This is called multiple inheritance. Next one is hierarchical inheritance. In this type of inheritance, multiple classes are derived from a single base class. Derived from a single base class. Then here B, C, D, these are all the derived classes. These are deriving the data from A class. Clear? These are three base classes deriving data from A class. So here hierarchical inheritance where A is the best class and B, C and D are derived classes. Clear? Are derived classes. This is called a hierarchical inheritance. First one is single inheritance. Second one is multiple inheritance. And the third one is hierarchical inheritance. Clear? So this is the diagram of a hierarchical inheritance. Then the next one is multi-level inheritance. Multi-level, one after another. Multi-level inheritance. In this type of inheritance, the derived class inherits from a class, which is turn inherits from one class, other class. Here multi-level. So this is only one base class. So this is called intermediate base class or derived class A. Then this is base class. So I want to derive the data from A. Is it possible? Yes, possible. Next one is hybrid inheritance or virtual inheritance. Hybrid inheritance is combination of one or more types of inheritances. Hybrid inheritance is combination of one or more types of inheritance. So this is hybrid inheritance. First leave it. In the previous example, this is called base diagram. Yes or no? Yes. Then this is multi-level and multiple, combination of multi-level and multiple, that is called virtual inheritance. Clear? Then the next one is multi-path inheritance. There are many paths. So this is A, this is D. In between, these classes are occurring or working. Here A, B, C and A, C, D. Clear, all of you? Then this is the inheritance concept, okay, in C++. How many types of inheritances? All of you? How many types? There are 6 types. The first one is single inheritance. Second one is multiple inheritance. Third one is hierarchical inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hybrid inheritance, and multi-path inheritance. These are the most important in object-oriented programming languages. Whenever you go, this follows you. Clear, all of you? So then the next one, single inheritance. We know the definition of single inheritance. This is the definition of single inheritance. Then this is the definition of multiple inheritance, definition of single inheritance. This is the base, hierarchical inheritance. Okay, hierarchical inheritance. So then in the hierarchical inheritance, this is an hierarchical inheritance. A, B, C, D are the derived classes. Then A is a boss class, so that is called base class. Then these are all the employees. This is a boss. The boss giving instructions to employees. Clear? The boss is giving instructions to employees or employee. Hierarchical, then multi-level inheritance, more than one derived class is called multi-level inheritance. Next one is hybrid virtual inheritance. This is the hybrid and virtual inheritance. Multi-path inheritance. Okay, multi-path inheritance. So simply, these are all the inheritances. This is multi-path, many paths. So D is deriving data A, D is deriving data B, D is deriving data C. Clear, all of you? Then multi-path inheritance. Okay. Then the next one is I am going to give the demo of exercise programs. Okay, I'm going to give the demo in the Turbo C++ editor. Okay, someone saying Turbo C++ is expired. Not it is expired, not it is outdated. All of you. Then there are some free defined tools are available in our C++, Java, etc. But then there is a little bit complicated. So then, okay. So inheritances. Then the next one is Here simply I am going to give the demo on C++ writers. Next class I will give the demo. Okay. Okay. Thank you.